Negotiations, I could spend all day doing 100 videos on negotiations. There are hundreds of different tactics out there, but the main tactic that I want you to focus on is understand that you have a higher value when you're negotiating from a place of you know your numbers and you know your investors' numbers. From that point forward, all negotiations are very simple. Hey, yes, I understand where you're coming from. I would love to get that price. You have to understand the numbers here and explain why the buyer needs to have the price at a certain value. And then on the other side, if it doesn't work out, that's okay. These are their numbers. If you want, I can go have this conversation with them and see if somewhere in between we can meet. But at the end of the day, negotiations are all about how creative can you be? How creative can you get the terms? Because it's not all about the price. Sometimes getting the terms to the right area, an investor will pay a little bit more. Sometimes getting the price to a different area, the terms for a different area for the seller, they may adjust and say, you know what, I don't mind a lower price if you can do this, this, and this for me. So it's all about finding that common ground. What does everybody really want? And sometimes they can flex on the price to make sure the deal is even better for everybody. Negotiations are not about being sneaky or forcing somebody to do something that they don't want to do. True negotiation comes from being clever enough, from having enough tools to be able to actually help both parties better so they both come out win-win. The problem with most people I see in negotiations, they think that it's all about winning for one side, and they feel the better they beat that other person up, the more they've won. The best negotiators on the planet are making sure both sides are winning by being extremely creative, getting involved in terms, getting involved in timelines, getting involved in the different interest rates that a lender could lend to somebody, making sure that the option for a seller to do a portion of seller financing, not just all of seller financing. Maybe you just need them to carry 10% or 20% of the note. And that now allows the buyer to come up on price because now they have a more reasonable product that they can purchase. There's a lot of different ways for you to make the deal better by simply being an alchemist, by finding the gold in the deal, seeking it out for both parties. Regardless of who you represent, whether you represent the seller or the buyer, if you can become a master negotiator, you'll make both parties better, regardless of what side you're on.